Concordia presents number 44, Question Property. And now let's meet your Aurora University Spartans who enter today with a 4-12-2 overall record and a 4-6-1 in the NCHA under the leadership of head coach Manny Montgomery, who's assisted by Alex Smith. The forwards on left wing, junior from Northville, Michigan, number 3, Zara Boost. At center, sophomore from Golden Valley, Minnesota, number 8, Kara Cook. And on right wing, senior from Traverse City, Michigan, number 20, Ellie Visser. On defense, a senior from Finch, Ontario, number 27, McKenna Brownlee. And on defense, a sophomore from Essex, Ontario, number 4, Tegan Moffett. And in goal for Spartans, a senior from La Mirada, California, number 73, Shelby Deuster. The officials for today's game, referees are John Serzer, Spencer Stolsky, the linesman is Barry Hexel. Hockey fans, please rise and join in the cast of the honor of America playing with our national anthem.
Good afternoon and welcome inside the Fox Valley Ice Arena for this NCHA tilt. It's the Spartans taking on the Falcons. I'm Bill Downing, going to carry you through today's matchup. Last night, an overtime thriller up in Mequon, Wisconsin, as goals by Cook, Billsboro, and in overtime, Brownlee. And the 3-2 overtime win pushed the record for the Spartans to 4-12-2 overall, 4-6-1 in the NCHA, and a logjam from fourth on down. Top 8 will make the postseason. Spartans right in the midst of it. Every game very, very important. They'll be at Trine on the 31st and the 1st. Then they'll be home for the last time during the regular season on the 7th of February against MSOE, the Milwaukee School of Engineering. Then they'll be on the road at MSOE the following night, and then a double dip over on the Mississippi as they'll take on Dubuque the 14th and 15th. Spartans going left to right on your screen. Falcons in their blue and silver, Spartans in their blue and white. And we are underway. Puck dropped. Back behind Shelby Deuster, the senior from La Mirada, California, between the pipes for the Spartans. Here's McGowan, going to drop that one out in the middle. This one just misses the far face-off circle, and here's the Spartans on their first push-up. Here's Visser. She'll drop it in, and just like that, Gretchen Pulverud, the freshman from Ramsey, Minnesota, between the pipes for the Falcons today. Yesterday, the Falcons got out to a quick 2-0 lead, and then it was the Spartans with 2 tallies, and then the overtime winner by McKenna Brownlee. And the Falcons are finding tough roads after losing last weekend and then dropping the first one at home last night. Another stoppage by Paul Verud. Face off just to the right of the freshman from Minnesota. Olivia Kurtz, a senior from Plainfield, Illinois, played on Team Illinois U19. You'll hear a lot from her today. There's Kurtz. Moves it just to the left of the near face-off circle, and that one picked off nicely by Olivia Bazzelli. Today's referees, John Surza, Samantha Sobolski, and the linesman Eric Netzel. Here's Kurtz right down the middle. That one from the high slot on the riser. Some broken lumber down on the ice. And I believe that was Brownlee that lost the stick. Good inlet pass that time by the Falcons. Having themselves quite the season. 13-5-0, 8-3-0 in the NCHA. And that's an icing. And this will come all the way back. Just to the left, Gretchen Palverud. We'll get to the standings in the NCHA. Top 3 really running away. In third, the Falcons. That one stopped just on the goal line by Deuster. And one and done. This one's going to go the length of the ice. Alvarud has to play it. Moves it to the near blue line. Falcons will turn this one over deep. There's a nice one-timer by Visser. Visser, the senior out of Traverse City, Michigan. Home of the Cherry Festival. Beautiful part of the country. This one squeezes out. Bounces off the boards right by the Spartan bench. Courtney Rook, the senior out of Prior Lake, Minnesota, will drop that one into the zone. Paul Verud has to play it. Good pinch in. Good back check. Here's Peyton Elliott. She'll forward that one right out into the slot, looking for Samira Schmidt, the sophomore from Windsor, Colorado. Elliott, the senior from Jenison, Michigan, played with the Grand Rapids Griffins 19U team. Grand Rapids Griffins, the American Hockey League affiliate for the Detroit Red Wings. Plays out of the Van Andel Arena. Here come the Spartans. Moffitt will lose it right at the blue line, but Brownlee will pick it back up. She'll move it over toward the far boards, then dumped out into neutral ice. Bauer, the senior from Waunakee, Wisconsin, drops it in the far corner for the Falcons. Chip and chase here the first 4.5 minutes of this contest. Thank you for joining us on athletics.aurora.edu. Deuster will just leave this one for Brownlee. Last night's overtime winner up in McQuan. Well, that one just squeezes by the far post. Shot by Whitaker, the freshman from Normal, Illinois. Well, that one looked like it may have been redirected a little bit. Ilana Schmidt, the freshman from Windsor, Colorado, back there behind the cage. Spartans trying to get this one out of the zone. Good active stick there by Williams. And a good back check there on Litke. Here's Kurtz for the Falcons. She'll snipe that one from the near face-off circle, and a good stop by Duster. 14:41 left here in the first. No score. I'd like to give a big shout out to my very, very dear friend, Mr. Gary Griffiths, down in the Sun Belt / ice and snow. Get a little taste of Chicago down in the South Carolina area, down in the Myrtle Beach area, which is absolutely beautiful. I had a chance to work with him in the 2018 College Baseball World Series for the NCCAA out of Easley, South Carolina. A great guy, listening to his games, broadcasting for Newberry, and he's got a national championship with Coastal Carolina back in 2016, if I remember correctly. This one left out in the low slot area, still there. Duster makes one save, make it two. Oh, and they're going to say that one squeaked underneath Duster before the goal came off of its moorings, and just like that, it's 1-0 Falcons. Yeah, they're going to credit the goal to number 8, Natalie Mackerel, the senior from Florissant, Colorado. Mackerel had a couple shots, and Duster made 2 to 3 really good saves before the goal came off its moorings. And they're rechecking to make sure that that is still solid down to my left. Now, just like yesterday, the Falcons jumped out to an early lead. Spartans. That's Elliott. Trying to get this one back out to Billsboro. Had a goal yesterday, the freshman from Cedarburg, Wisconsin. McCrell assisted by Spetcher and Gibson. That goal coming at 5:48 for the Falcons. Long stretch pass this time. They find Bauer just inside at the near point. Spartans able to pick that puck away from the stick of Bauer. The Spartans trailing. They'll bring this one in. There's a shot in. Palverud. Spartans able to pinch back. Still loose out in the slot. Nobody home. Falcons able to clear the puck. Move that one through the neutral. There's Scriver, the senior from Holt, Michigan. Moves it over to the far corner. Spartans trying to get this puck out of their zone. Kurtz will keep it in. Goes high on Duster, and a good quick glove by the senior from La Mirada, California. Good backhanded scoop. By the senior from Plainfield, Olivia Kurtz. That face-off one. Good kick save by Duster. Gave up a slight rebound, and the Falcons will keep this one in. Gomes pinching in along the near boards, drops Brownlee. I'll make that Alex Johnson, the junior from Montreal, Quebec. Home of the Montreal Canadiens. So much talent coming out of Canada. This year, the juniors, United States, played themselves into a championship. Oh, nice stick that time by Bozian for the Spartans. Head coach Manny Montgomery, Alex Nurse, and Andrea Renner. Spetcher. Now Brownlee. She's going to move it right into the high slot area. And Paul Verud with the stop at 11:07. 1-0 Falcons here on this very beautiful 45-degree Saturday afternoon, the 25th of January already. Gowan kicked out of the face-off circle against Peyton. Peyton Elliott, constant here on this Spartan team. (11-3) in shots in favor of the Falcons. 6-2 shots on goal in favor of CUW. Deuster. She'll get the stop at 10:37. We are nearing the halfway point of the first period. Face off to the left of Deuster. Johnson, the junior from Montreal, fighting for the puck right behind the cage of Deuster. This one will squeeze out to Bazzelli. Bazzelli will send this one down the length of the ice. Will it go for icing? It will. Just made icing. St. Norbert, what a season they are having. 11-0, they lead the way in the NCHA. Adrian, 10-0-1, and CUW 8-3-0. Then the logjam that I talked about, Lake Forest 3-5-3, Marion 3-6-2, Lawrence 3-6-2, Trine 3-6-2. Your Spartans coming in 4-6-1, followed by MSOE at 2-7-2, and Dubuque at 1-9-1. Top 8 will make the tournament. Boy, right out, good leg that time. Courtney Rook, and she's going to come off the ice. That one may have caught her up high on the leg. She makes her way to the bench. Spartans have it pinned in the far corner. They'll move it out, and a high shot. Good reaction there by Paul Verud. Now the Falcons, they'll chip this one out. Briley will ring it down the end of the ice. Spartans trying to hold this one in. Casillo able to do so. Spartans will chase in the far corner. Just missing it was Williams, and here come the Falcons. Good D by the Spartans. Tegan Moffitt, the sophomore out of Essex, Ontario. Here comes Moffitt. Enters at the high slot, or the near point, tries to put it down into the low slot area, and nobody home. Paul Verud with the stop at 8:37. .837 left here in the first, 1-0. Spetcher this time. Had her pocket picked nicely there by Annabelle Scriver. Here come the Spartans on a break. Tried to go tape to tape with Visser. Visser loses the handle on the near boards. Loses an edge, falls down. McCrell, who has the goal for the Falcons. That one will just squeeze out of the zone, make its way out to center ice. Going for a quick change, Zara Post, the junior from Northville, Michigan, for the Spartans. Scriver, nice tape to tape. Here comes Cook. Gives this one up for Visser. Visser, Paul Verud able to make a blocker save. 7:35 left in the first, 1-0 Falcons if you're just tuning in. Good pinch at the red line by Rook. Spartans sending up that neutral zone trap. Oh, Whitaker loses the handle. Here's Elliott. She'll drop this one out into the neutral zone. Right up along the boards, Billsboro. Falcons will just dump it in. Falcons going for a 4-player line change. That one kept in by Taylor. Swing and a miss by Litke. Falcons move it out to the far point. That's Bauer. That one goes wide to the near side on Deuster. Now the Spartans looking to get some momentum. Bazzelli tripped up, no call. Oh, no, we did get a call. First penalty of the contest, going to go up against the Falcons for a trip. And the Spartans will go on the power play with 6:22 left here in the first. Heading to the sin bin, number 7, Amanda Bauer, the senior from Waunakee, Wisconsin. Will sit in there for 2 minutes for a trip. Spartans on their first power play. Move it in, near face-off circle. That one kicked aside by Paul Verud. Good moving by Post. Moves it back over to Schmidt. Schmidt going to try to move it in. Was trying to find Post cruising in the slot area. Nobody home. Here's Brownlee in the high slot. Moves it to Schmidt near side. That one caught a leg. A good recovery that time by Cook. Post, back to Cook. There's a shot, looking for a redirect off the stick of Schmidt. Brownlee at the far point. Visser gonna move it in. There's a shot. And Paul Verud makes a stop. .106 left in the power play. That one high, Paul Verud was able to get a stop. Oh, and then a kick save that time on the one-timer by Billsboro. Then a power play goal on a redirect down low, and we're tied 1-1. Patience and persistence leads to the goal by Tegan Moffitt. Moffitt with her third goal of the season. And the Spartans tie it up 1-1. Here's Visser. Goes cross ice. Nobody home. Cook now with it. Now Visser. The trailer. Moffitt, the goal scorer. Oh, they're going to say Courtney Doctor got the power play goal, assisted by Moffitt and Scriber. That's that redirect we were talking about. Doctor, that's going to be her second of the season. Here's Peyton Elliott and the Spartans. Delayed penalty coming up. Deuster to the bench. Extra attacker in the ice for the Spartans. Back-to-back penalties. Let's see if the Spartans can make them pay. Brownlee. Paul Verud with a save, and there's the stop at 3:39. Back-to-back penalties, and the Falcons will go back on the man down, and another power play for Aurora. Spartans came in on the power play 8 of 73. Two minutes for tripping. Brooke Gibson to the box. Spartans 1 for 1 on the power play. Looking to make it 2 for 2. Cook will track it down. That will squeeze back out. Now Visser moving through center ice. Was trying to find Doctor again. That one would have been offside. Spartans, they'll reset. Here's Cook. Moves it in on the near point. Cook now moves it to the corner. She'll spin back around. Drops it off to Scriver. She'll move to the slot area. A high shot. And I'm not sure Paul Verud saw that until the very last second. That one just about squeaked in on the stick side. .240 left here in the first. 1 minute left on the second power play in a row for the Spartans. Gibson in the box for the Falcons. 2 minutes for tripping. Elliott. Whew, I tell you, Paul Verud right now having a very difficult time picking up that puck until the last second. Cat-like reflexes, because the Spartans are putting people right in front of her, and that's what you got to do. Peyton Elliott will take the draw. Eighth. Face-off one. That one goes a little bit wide. Doctor will track it down. She's got the last power play goal. 35 seconds. Going to move that one in. Still loose. A shot by Schmidt. Paul Verud able to make another spectacular save. There's a high shot. Trying to wrap this one around. The Spartans making Paul Verud work. Here's Schmidt. Moves it over to the far face-off area. Now moves it into the slot area. Another kick save by Paul Verud. 7 seconds. Here's Schmidt. Another kick save by Paul Verud. And the power play is over, but the Spartans making the Falcons really, really work. Now 1 for 2 on the power play are the Spartans. Quick move in this time by Spetcher and Deuster. Their first action in a while. With momentum captured in a bottle so far for the Spartans. After trailing 1-0, they tie it up on a power play and had multiple opportunities on this last one. Here's 1 minute left. Ooh, that one took a weird bounce. As Visser. Here's Cook. Spartans applying a lot of pressure. Time of possession right now with Aurora. No penalties yet for Aurora. 2 for the visitors from Wisconsin. 20 seconds left here in the first. We're tied 1-1. Litke tries to get a shot. This one gloved down. And we are going to have another penalty, and this one's going to go against the Spartans with 7.1 seconds left. And the Spartans will go to the penalty box. Alex Johnson. Kalen McGowan. Deuster with the stop, 4.8 seconds left. Falcons will get a fresh sheet of ice coming into the second. Penalty on Alex Johnson. Taking a look at the stats through one. The Spartans 22-13 in shots, 19-7 shots on goal. 1 for 2 on the power play. Faceoffs won. The Spartans trail by 2, 10-8 to the Falcons. Taking a look at the scoring plays at 5:48. Natalie McCrell, assisted by Spetcher and Gibson. That goal for the Falcons at 5:48 of the first. And 14:56, the Spartans on the power play. Courtney Doctor, assisted by Tegan Moffitt and Annabelle Scriver. That goal coming for the Spartans at 14:56 and ties it up. We're at the end of one. They're going to clean the ice, and the Spartans will be down a player for 1:53 to start the second. We come back here in athletics.aurora.edu. Thank you for tuning in today on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Tied at 1. We're at the break. Back out of the first intermission, the Falcons will have a power play for 1:53. Spartans now going right to left on your screen. They'll send that down the length of the ice. My good friend lives down in Myrtle Beach, sent me a video of the snow that they had along the Atlantic Ocean. What a weird series of events. Minute 23 left on the power play. Alex Johnson in the box. Clean sheet of ice for the Falcons. And this one will go high up into the netting and a face-off. Let's see, where are they going to have this one? It's going to be to the left of Shelby Deuster. Face-off one by the Falcons. They'll move it over to the far face-off circle. And Deuster took that one right in the breadbasket. Get a stoppage at 19:04. Nobody in front of Deuster. An easy stop for the senior out of California. Selects Academy. Here's Bauer. Moves it to the near point. Now the high slot back over to the far face-off circle. That one, a little rebound, gave up by Deuster. This one held in nicely by Stromberg. This one right along the ice, and another stoppage by Deuster with 38 seconds left on the power play. (22 shots to 14). 19-7 shots on goal in favor of the Spartans. Spartans losing an edge in the near corner, or the far corner to my right. Here come the Spartans. That's Davies. Palverud able to stick that one aside. Now the Falcons running out of time on the power play. They'll have 10 seconds left. They'll gain the zone on the far points. Drop it to that set point. This one will squeeze out, and the Spartans will be unscathed on the penalty kill. This one's sitting right behind Deuster. Back out to the near boards. That's Graham. This one left out front, and Deuster make a sprawling stop. Erica Graham, the senior from Brighton, Michigan. Not too far out of the Detroit metro area with the one-timer, and Deuster sprawled out to get a stoppage outside the blue paint. Whitaker, freshman out of Normal, Illinois, Team Illinois U19. Falcons trying to keep this one in the zone. This will squeak out to the neutral ice area. Hansen will come up for it. And the Spartans pinching back nicely. Cook. Trying to hold this one in his post. And Whitaker comes out with it. Moves it through center ice. Picked off by Scriver. Then dumped down, and chasing this one is Post. Post drops that one off to Rook. Rook shot still loose. Puck on end, and now the Falcons. Graham will just dump it down for a line change. Falcons in the midst of a line change. Spartans trying to get this one out of the zone, and they will. Whitkey that time able to get it out to neutral ice. McCrell. Cycling back, Brooke Gibson, who has an assist down at LaSalle, Ontario. Falcons, Deuster gives up a rebound. Got to be careful. That one was right out front of the blue paint. Here's Elliott. Oh, Elliott took a shot right in front. Right in front of the Falcons bench. That was I tell you, not good to see Peyton Elliott down on the ice. Training staff out there taking a look. I don't know much about as far as what they consider a check and is not a check, but that one right there looked like a complete check. Looked like the Falcons player took a run, and Elliott is down on the ice. And we hope that she's going to be okay as looks like the two captains talking to the referees, John Surza, Samantha Sobalski, and the linesman Eric Netzel. And Elliott back to her feet. That is really good to see. One of the three captains, Peyton Elliott, Olivia Bazzelli, and McKenna Brownlee. Elliott makes her way back to the bench. And you know what? Manny Montgomery wants an explanation. And she definitely deserves one here because that one looked like a flat-out check. And Elliott with the helmet off on the bench, able to see her stand and skate off the ice. Wow, so the face-off will be at center ice, 16:03 left. That might spark a little physicality here today. We know that there was physicality last night in the men's hockey game. The men's won 7-0. Nobody going out to dinner together, believe me, on those two teams. And they'll conclude that home and away series tonight. Spartans ranked number 4, tied for second all alone in the NCHA. Next weekend's going to be a big one, so is tonight. Bazzelli. Bauer trying to get this into the zone. Bauer laid an elbow down on Williams. Now the Spartans move it through center ice. They'll turn that one over, and now the Falcons look to turn the ice, and here they come. Heleniak move that over to the far point. Litke shoots that one wide on Deuster. Spartans got to be real careful here. Ilana Schmidt. This one will squeak out. Falcons will have to touch up. And misses everybody completely. Scriber moves it to the near side. Here's Aurora Williams. Now the Spartans will gain the zone. Casillo. Good back pressure that time. Here's Post. Post. She'll move it back out to the slot area. Swings it over to the far point. There's a one-timer. Oh, that one hit off the heel of the stick of Paul Verud. Pinched in nicely by Rook. Spartans. Good forechecking. And this one will squeak out and be an offside on the Spartans. 16th face-off won by the Falcons that time. Now Graham trying to get it through neutral ice. Not able to do so. But Gomes does. She'll gain in the slot area. Puck on end. Oh, that tough one to gauge that time. That one off the side of the net. And here come the Spartans. Here's Elliott back out on the ice. Good to see. She'll dump that one in. That was a quick run on the ice. See how she was feeling. And right back onto the bench. And we have a stoppage face-off to the left of Gretchen Pulverud. Here's Scriver. High slot. That one hit a couple bodies on the way in. Scriver can't hold this one in. Deuster thought about it. But Schmidt able to get it. 12:37. Oh, dangerous. Bring it right back out in front of the goalie. Scriver, she'll pinch back right behind the cage. This one high off the near glass. That one will squeak out. Now the Spartans. Pizzelli, she'll gain it. Just trying to find Doctor on the give and go. Good poke check that time by the Spartans. Alex Johnson now will force a offsides on CUW. 25-22 shots on goal, 21-12. Shots on goal, 25-22 shots total. Falcons 0 for 1 on the power play, 1 for 2 for Aurora. 12 minutes left here in the second. Tied up 1-1 yesterday. 3-2 overtime thriller win up in Auquan, Wisconsin by the Spartans. Everybody losing an edge down in the, and including the referee, Samantha Cebulski. Now pinned in the corner to the left of Shelby Deuster. This one will squeak out, and the Falcons going to have to touch up. They'll move it through neutral ice and then drop this one in right behind Deuster. Here's Johnson. Johnson right through the middle. They'll dump it in, and the Spartans will get a line change. Right, Brownlee, right place at the right time. Stromberg, she'll move it in the slot. That one high over the cage. Oh, we have a Spartan down, actually in the goal with Deuster, and she can't do anything about it. And we finally get a whistle. Oh, and that's Brownlee, last night's overtime winner. Right, Peyton Elliott, McKenna Brownlee, Liva Bazzelli, the captains. Second captain in a row for Aurora to go down. Peyton Elliott about 3 minutes ago, and now Brownlee. Training staff coming out to take a look at her. 10:44 left. We have an injury timeout on the ice. It's 1-1 Spartans and Falcons. McKenna Brownlee able to skate off the ice on her own power. That's good to see. Face off right down below us at the Cyclones hockey insignia. They're at the home of the USHL Chicago Steel. They have a game here tonight. That one pops right over the linesman, right over the head of Eric Netzel. Here's Stromberg, and a nice glove stop by Deuster. Another face-off won by the Falcons. That's their 18th of the contest. Spartans, they have numbers. Here's Visser. Visser put that one right into Paul Verud and able to get a stop. McCrell, Scriver. By Visser, all over the ice. Here's Post. Keeps it in along the near boards. Now Gibson and the Falcons looking to break out. Here's McCrell. Now the Falcons going to have to touch up. Schmidt along the near boards. Nice move to get it to neutral ice, and we are going to have a penalty on the Falcons. Amanda Bauer, senior from Waunakee, Wisconsin. Third penalty for the Falcons today. Third power play for the Spartans. One of two so far. That one's going to be a slash on Bauer. Doctor wins the draw. Spartans got to be careful. Don't want to give up a shorty. Here's Scriver. Scriver almost lost an edge. She'll gain the zone on the near point. They're going to call an interference on Courtney Doctor. So some 4-on-4 hockey. And when this is all said and done, the Falcons will have an 18-second power play. And the interference call to Courtney Doctor. Four on four for the next minute 38. Here comes Visser. Visser in. Oh, nice kick save by Paul Verud. She went to the backhand, tried to sauce that one right over the top of the blocker. That was Schmidt at the point, loses it, goes through the slot area. Here's Taylor for the Falcons. 25 seconds. Falcons will go on an 18-second power play. Here comes the Spartans. Here's Cook. Oh, and a nice glove save by Paul Verud. Another face-off win, this time to McGowan and Concordia University, Wisconsin. Coming in 13-5-0 overall, 8-3-0 in NCHA play, in third position behind Adrian and St. Norbert. Bauer out of the zone, out of the box, excuse me, and now a power play, a short one for the Falcons. 8 more seconds left. There's a wrister. That one hit a couple bodies on the way through. And the Spartans are at full strength. Back over to the far face-off circle. A good one-timer off the stick of Bauer, who just came out of the box. There's a long wrister. This one back out in front of the blue paint. Stromberg, this one just the near post. Duster pinned in there nicely. 6:27 and counting. Boy, that slot area, a lot of room and a lot of time right now for the Falcons. Spartans got to get this one out and get some fresh legs out on the ice. And just like that, the near post and the Falcons up 2-1. All right, Duster just left that post unattended for just a second. And looks like Bauer's going to get the goal. That one coming at 8:09 left in the second, 2-1 Falcons. A lot of pressure turned into a goal. The Spartans struggle to get the puck out of the zone. That one unassisted by Bauer, the senior from Waunakee, Wisconsin. Long pass, there's Gibson. That one hit a leg. No harm, no foul, but the Falcons up 2-1 now with 5:30 left to go here in the second. This one out to neutral ice. Chandler Taylor, sophomore out of Bloomington, Illinois, St. Louis Lady Blues U19 prospect. Back out front, Duster is able to direct that one. Here come the Spartans. Here's Schmidt, gains his own. Nice move. Just missed the post. Doctor tried to go short side. She didn't miss by much neither. Here's Kurtz and the Falcons. Helniak dumps it in. Kurtz will chase it down in the corner. Spartans trying to get this puck out. Under 5 minutes left here in the second. 2-1 Falcons. Kurtz, Plainfield, Illinois native, and Duster. How did she see that one? Nice glove save. That one was going to go wide anyways, but good vision by the senior from La Mirada, California. This one back out to the point. Falcons chasing. Bauer circles it around the board. Spartans sitting right there. Stromberg keeps it alive. Aurora just trying to get out of their zone. One way and then the other. Falcons, good anticipation behind the cage. Kayla Gomes anticipated that pass is able to obstruct the pass. Spartans, again, struggling to get out of their zone. Bauer will pick it up right at the red line. She'll move in on the far point. Falcons will keep this one alive. Naomi Black, the sophomore from Ottawa, Ontario. Now Aurora will just send this one down the neutral ice. Good tape-to-tape passing. There's Visser. Looking for Schmidt. Samira. This one loose. Oh! Palveru did not see that shot at all. Schmidt. Good back checking and forechecking by the Spartans here today. Here's Schmidt. Keelana Schmidt. Kept in by McGowan. Now Peyton Elliott. Good to see her back. Full strength. Falcons will move in. Deuster took that one off the shoulder, able to make the stop. Brenna Grace Dittmer, the sophomore from Chatham, Kent, Ontario. There's a shot. Deuster with another stop. Deuster really getting lit up on shots here as of late. This one on end and will be icing. Stoppage with 2:10 left. Here in the second, 2-1 Falcons. Spartans defeated the Falcons last night 3-2 in overtime. Goals by Cook, Billsboro, and then Brownlee in overtime. They'll be at Trine on the 31st and the 1st. Home against MSOE on the 7th of February. Then the next night they'll travel up to Milwaukee, take on the Raiders. Then they'll be at Dubuque the 14th and 15th of February. And then it's the postseason. Well, that one right through the skates. Found Dittmer's stick. Centers this one. Deuster looking for it. Spartans come up with it in the near corner. Schmidt and Schmidt. Sounds like a law firm, but those two are really, really good players. McCrell, long stretch pass, gains his own, near face-off circle, drags that one in. Deuster pins to the post and make the stop. Now for the Spartans, you got a sustained pressure in their offensive end. They are struggling on the defensive side right now. Having a hard time getting it out of the zone. 1 minute left here in the second. Trying to find the stick of Olivia Kurtz. And Deuster will stop it with 55.1 seconds left here in the second. 24-18, shots on goal, 35-33 now. The Falcons in shots. It was 19-7 Spartans at the end of one in shots. Now it's 37-33 Falcons. Oh, and the Spartans. There's a Spartan in the penalty box. Courtney Doctor in. Body check for Doctor. Here comes Post. Post looking for a shorty. There it is! Post finds Cook, and we're tied 2-2 on the shorthanded goal by the Spartans. That's how you do that one, folks. A shorty by Aurora ties it 2-2. much needed goal right there. That is only their second shorthanded goal of the season, and it came at a perfect time here at the tail end of the second. Cook from post, and the shorty has been recorded. 4 seconds left. That one right through the blue ice, and with 1:05 left on the power play, just like they did in the second, Falcons will get a clean sheet of ice, but it is 2-2 after the shorthanded goal by Cook from post. 25-20 shots on goal, 39-34 total shots in favor of the Falcons. They are 0 for 3 on the power play. Spartans 1 of 3. And recording the shorthanded goal, as you just saw, Cook from post. Each team with 6 penalty minutes apiece. 3 total penalties apiece, 6 total between the two teams. Goals by Amanda Bauer for the Falcons. That one even strength, unassisted. And then Cook from post on the shorthanded goal. That's your scoring at the end of 2. It's 2-2. 14 minutes, 50 seconds left as they clean the ice here at the Fox Valley Ice Arena. I'm Bill Downing, live on athletics.aurora.edu. We're at our second intermission. Keep it right here. Third period action coming up next. Start of the third, 1:05 left on the power play for the Falcons. Spartans now going left to right on your screen. This one out front. That one didn't make it through. Gibson. That one blockered aside nicely. Trying to clear the zone, not able to do so. Lisa Davies. And Deuster gives up a rebound, but she'll get the stoppage. And the Spartans will clear the zone. 8 seconds left on the power play. And Deuster with another stop. And this will be an icing. Falcons win another draw. Here come the Spartans on a 3-on-3. Visser pinned in along the near boards, and the Falcons will send this out to neutral ice. 2-2 is your score. Goals by Doctor and Cook. Cook on the shorthander. Bauer and McCrell for the visitors from Wisconsin. Rook lost an edge. A couple players falling down, and looks like we are going to have another penalty. It's going to be a holding call. Let's see who's going, and it's going to be Ellie Visser for the Spartans. Fourth power play for the Falcons. They'll lose the handle at the blue line, have to go all the way back into their zone and regroup. This one brought in by Bauer. That one squeaks through the blue ice. Gibson high on Deuster, and Deuster tried to get a stop, lost her stick. That's trouble. And this one into the netting. And McGowan helped out Deuster by redirecting that one up into the netting, and Deuster able to get her stick back. Minute 24 on the fourth power play for CUW here today. They are 0 for 3 at this point on their fourth. And cleared down the length of the ice. Good job that time by Cook. Good forechecking and back checking, as I mentioned, by the Spartans here today. 3 minutes gone here in the third, 2-2. Falcons on their fourth power play. Oh, nice backhand. Tried to move it down into the slot area. Nobody home. There's Gibson. Now Stromberg. And Deuster saw it all the way. Litke holds it in at the point. This one popped up. Mosey on down, and Litke had a top shelf shot and just missed. Puck taking some strange bounces on the ice here at the Fox Valley Ice Arena today. Another nice stop on a shot by McCrell. 51 shots now for the Falcons. Dittmer, 2 seconds left. Falcons 0 for 4 on the power play. Duster gets the stop. Oh, Visser right out of the box. Visser and Schmidt trying to keep the pressure on the Falcons for a turnover in the Spartans' offensive zone. Visser again. Visser back there with Cook and Post. Falcons get it out through neutral ice. Post. Good stop. Here's Cook. Gains his own, then pop back out. Spartans have to touch up. Now Moffitt circles back. Finds Elliott. Elliott with a chip and chase. She'll get it in the corner. Now behind the cage. And Paul Verud. Kurtz now with it for the Falcons as they move through center ice. Graham now moves it over to the far board. Falcons trying to move this one. Not able to. Here's Schmidt. Schmidt coming in. Paul Verud. Oh, got a piece of it. Scriver back with it. Doctor trying to come up with it. Not able to do so. McGowan and the Falcons. They've got a 3-on-2 developing. That one back out front. Oh, good stick. That time by Alex Johnson, because there was a Falcon sitting in the slot area. And the Falcons will go back on the power play. Lisa Davies, the senior from Seattle, Washington, will go into the box with a roughing call. 5th power play for the Falcons. Falcons 0 for 4 at this point. Here's Gibson circling back. Good pinch back that time by Post. Now Scriver pinching in the far corner. McGowan comes up with it. Tried to find Gibson. Nobody home, and Scriver will send it down the length of the ice. Paul Verud comes out between the pipes to get to that. And that was a dangerous play as Cook was sitting at the blue line. 12:45 and counting, 2-2. Falcons on their 5th power play here today. Here's Spetcher. Finds Gibson. Stromberg back to Gibson, near faceoff circle. That one hit the leg of Moffitt. Here's Elliott. 34 seconds left on the roughing call. Gibson moves in for the Falcons, then circles back along the near boards. Gibson, near faceoff circle. That one hit Elliott in the leg. Puck just misses, getting out of the zone. And Scriver does. Falcons have to touch up with 8 on the penalty. Dittmer. Visser. Good pinch back there defensively. Spartans are back to full strength. Here's Davies. Davies, has Visser. Another player down. This time it's a Falcon. Trying to see who that is down. That might be Natalie McCrell, the senior from Florissant, Colorado. It is. She's up with the help of the training staff. She went down awkwardly on that right leg, and she'll make her way to the bench. John Surza, Samantha Subalaski, and Eric Netzel, the linesman. Talking to both captains now. 11:16 left. It's 2-2. Both teams at full strength. Face off right in front of the Spartan bench. 28-19, Falcons winning face-offs. They'll lose that one. Now the 20th for the Spartans. Paul Verud able to stick that one aside. Good move there by Johnson. Johnson trying to keep up with it. Here's Graham. Another Falcon down. Olivia Kurtz. Well, the physicality really starting to pick up. Face off back in front of the Spartan bench with 10:45 left. 2-2 is your score. These two teams went to overtime yesterday. The Spartans prevailing 3-2 on the overtime winner by McKenna Brownlee. Right near the halfway point of the third period. Falcons trying a long stretch pass that time. Trying to find Bauer. That one didn't work. Good pinch in by Cook. Visser brings it back out front, still loose. Back in the far corner, here's Davies. Shot that time by Cook. Go off on a line change. Spartans in the middle of a change. Here comes McGowan. Like lightning through the zone. Good pass that time. Found the stick of Hutchins. Betcher loses an edge. Doctor able to come out with it. Here's Bazzelli. That one held in by Moffitt. Now sitting to the left. Paul Verud. And chasing this one back down is Gibson. Kurtz with some speed, gains his own on the near point. Trying to go near post, not able to do so. Graham. Oh, Deuster. That one was redirected before it got to Shelby. And Elliott will send this down range, and the Spartans will complete a line change. Schmidt knocked down in the corner, no call. As we approach 8 minutes left. Here's Schmidt. Circles back to the right of Deuster. Now Cook and the Spartans. Just onside, and I mean by a width of a skate. Here's Scriver. Send that back out. Cook. And the Spartans again completing a change, and I believe they're going to say that's an icing. Face off at center ice. Doctor wins that one for the Spartans. Falcons come up with it. Here's Dittmer. Tried to toe drag, and that one ended up hitting the heel of one of the Spartans' defenders. Right off the heel of the stick. Doctor in there trying to get this puck loose. That one redirected by Black. And that's going to be offside. McGowan thought for sure she kept it inside the blue line. Two to two is your score. Under 7 minutes left here in regulation. That one loose. And some unpleasantries being handed out. And a really, really good stop by Paul Verud. Anoka High School product. A lot of Team Wisconsin U19 players on the Falcons roster. And that's going to be a penalty, and the Spartans will go on their fourth power play on a tripping call. Spetcher, 3 shots on goal, 4 shots total. We'll go to the box, 2 minutes for tripping at 6:24. Much needed break for Aurora here. Let's see if they can capitalize it. They capitalized on their first power play. Let's see if they can do it right here. Here's Moffitt. Scriver going to move it in, moves it over to the far faceoff circle. There's Elliott. Circles it back to Scriver along the far board. Scriver pinned in. Scriver tripped up. No call. Elliott comes back up with it. Elliott circles back in the far corner, loses the handle, and now the Falcons will send it down range. Deuster able to get a stop. Here's Moffitt. looking to gain the zone, but the Falcons able to keep it out. Spartans have to touch back up again. Annabelle Scriver. Now Ellie Visser. Visser finds Doctor. Doctor has a power play goal here today. Schmidt loses it into the corner. Make that Billsboro, the freshman from Cedarburg, Wisconsin. That's Schmidt, and that will sneak out of the zone. Billsboro, the freshman, as I mentioned, from Cedarburg, Wisconsin, a goal last night. Here's Visser, gains the zone on the point. Cook gonna move in, near face-off circle. And a rebound given up by Pulverud, but sent down the length of the ice. 29 on the power play. Spartans' fourth of the day. Yeah, Billsboro has been a force this season. You know, a lot of people go by stats, but you take a look at how she's played this season. As I mentioned, only a freshman. Well, the sky's the limit for her, I can tell you. She's going to be fun to watch the next couple of years here for the Spartans. Elliott back to full strength. Spartans now 1 of 4 on the power play. Scriver, some lumber laying on the ice. That one chipped back into the far corner. We approach 4 minutes left. Moffitt able to track it down for Aurora. Finds Billsboro. Billsboro avoids a big check. Billsboro. That shot wide. Finds Bazzelli. That one's hits the stick in the corner. Right out front, Billsboro had a chance, and she's driven down to the ice. Here's McCrell. Dooster. Nice shoulder stop. Now Schmidt coming up. And another penalty. Another tripping call, and there it is with 3:22 left. Dooster was on her way to the bench for the extra attacker. Gibson doesn't like the call. And the Spartans will take their one and only timeout. Falcons still have theirs. It's 2-2. 3:22 left. The Spartans will go on their 5th power play when we come back. Spartans on their 5th power play. Here's Moffitt. Good one-timer that time by Visser. Moffitt out at the point, moves it over to Scriver. Oh, that one hit a couple bodies on the way through. Cook on the sniper shot between the face-off circles. Here's Moffitt. They circle back. Moffitt, near corner. Pinned in now McGowan for the Falcons will send it down the length of the ice. Minute 15 left on the power play, the fifth one. Spartans 1 for 4 so far, 0 for 5 for the Falcons on their extra player opportunity. Scriver back out to Schmidt at the point. Back to Scriver, just shy of the near face-off circle. Good game of catch. Schmidt has her sister. There she is. Samira and Keilana. That one came up and caught Graham. 30 on the power play on the tripping call. Schmidt. And now Billsborough. Billsborough puts on the brakes. Finds Elliott. Elliott in the near corner. Brushed off the puck. Behind Schmidt. Schmidt, nice play to keep it alive. Now a 2-on-1 developing. Falcons survive the fifth power play for the Spartans. One minute, 5 seconds left. Here's Johnson. Johnson waiting for the line change. Johnson dump it down in the corner, and she'll go off for her line change. Alvarud rings it around the board. Spartans trying to keep this one in, not able to do so. And I believe they're going to say offsides on Aurora. 41.6 seconds left. Could be going to back-to-back overtimes. And another whistle. This might be another offsides. Is everybody pretty much right along the board on the blue line? Spartans win that draw, an important one. Moffitt over to Scriver. That one not able to get into the zone. Scriver going to have to come back. Kicks it over to Moffitt. There's Visser. Gibson and the Falcons. With 15 seconds left. Turnover in the zone. There's Schmidt. That one hit a leg on the way through. 10 seconds left. There's Moffitt. That one obstructed. That will do it. And we're at the end of regulation, just like yesterday. They'll go into regulation 2-2. And it's going to be 3-on-3 here for overtime. Back-to-back nights. We will see a winner via overtime. They'll keep it right here. We got a stoppage. It's 2-2. Be back in about 2 minutes and 40 seconds with the start of overtime. 3-on-3 action coming up next. 3-on-3 hockey. Moffitt, Cook, and Visser. Brenna Grace Dittmer, Amanda Bauer, and Michaelin McGowan to start this 3-on-3. Last night, it was McKenna Brownlee. Can we see another overtime winner here for the Spartans? And make it 2 in a row before they head to Trine on the 31st of the month, then the 1st of February. Mosey on in, Cook. She loses an edge. Scriver pinches back. McGowan now behind Pulverud. McGowan goes left. Here's Bauer. That one right over the top of the glove of Deuster. Here's Scriver. There's Billsborough with her. Scriver puts on the brakes. Sitting up top all by herself is Post. Post now gets it. Post moves in. Billsborough trails the puck. Gibson able to sling it over to the far corner. Oh, Pulverud with a stop on the one-timer by Alex Johnson. Elliott Johnson and Samira Schmidt out there for Aurora. Elliott gets to it along the near boards down to my left. And they're going to say Elliott a little bit guilty of a trip. Spetcher. And the Spartans will touch up. .312 left. Timeout, CUW. Their only timeout. Steve Fabilli in his 11th season will call the timeout. We'll step aside. It's 2-2. Falcons will be on the power play when we come back. Four-on-three power play. Their sixth power play of the day comes in overtime. .47 left, under 3. And that one up into the netting. This one to the left of Deuster. McGowan will take the draw. Won nicely by Billsboro. There's Spetcher, 4-on-3. Bauer moves in. Deuster, nice stop. And Schmidt will get this one cleared. Spartans do have a shorthanded goal today. Spetcher moves in. That one hit the ankle of Alex Johnson and went wide. Minute 5 left on the tripping call to Peyton Elliott. Deuster trying to get, oh, that one hits the post. Deuster went down. Here's a one-timer. That one over the top of the crossbar. McGowan back out to Bauer. Bauer moves in. This one short side, and Deuster looking for it, and finally will get the stop. Wow. That one hit the post as Deuster was on the far post. .37 seconds left on the power play. Minute 49 left in overtime. McCrell. That one hit Scriver in the back of the leg, and she went down. You can tell she's hurting. McCrell moves in. That one wide of Deuster. Stromberg not able to do anything with it. Moves it down into the corner. Stromberg will come back up with it along the far boards. Stromberg, here's Dittmer. A one-timer wide of the far post. And the Spartans are back at full strength. Elliott out of the box. 1:05 left, 65 seconds left in overtime. That one hit Elliott up high. Elliott looking for a stretch pass. Oh, what a great play. Great play by Gomes. That one stopped. A stretch pass to Elliott and possible winner here in overtime. 52.8 seconds left. The Spartans move it right in. Here's Visser. Oh, went right then left. Great idea, just came off the tape. Here's McGowan. McGowan moves in. McGowan tries to go short side. That one just misses. Now Visser. Come on, they have an extra player. Well, the Spartans had Moffitt all alone with a Falcon player down. There's McCrell. McCrell moves in. One-on-one with Deuster. The backhand Deuster with a stop. Another one. Oh, that clock just continued to run. Shelby Deuster standing on her head here in overtime. 73 shots she has faced today. 2 have gotten by her, and I'm telling you, she is making it very, very difficult on the Falcons. Spartans will have to go the length of the ice. 6.5 seconds left in overtime. Well, you can tell Deuster is gassed. Gonna have to be a quick draw win. Not going to happen. Spartans, they'll have 2 seconds left. Here's Schmidt. That would have counted. Schmidt didn't get all of it, but did get a shot right at the buzzer. Well, we're going to go a step further. We're going to go to a shootout. Coming up next here in athletics.aurora.edu. All right, it's shootout time here at Fox Valley Ice Arena. It's a one-on-one deal. Kaylin McGowan will start it off for the Falcons. Moves in. And a stop by Deuster. Tried to pull it back on the shorthand side, and Deuster was ready. Let's see the Spartans. They're going to start with Annabelle Scriver. Scriver picks up the puck, moves into the zone. Scriver going right at her, and the backhand, and a stop. Alvarud. Next up for the Falcons. Brooke Gibson, the senior from LaSalle, Ontario, one of the team's three captains. Gibson moves in, right down the slot. Tried to go high side on the blocker side, and that one didn't work. Here comes Ellie Visser, the senior from Traverse City, Michigan. Gives some knucks to Shelby Deuster. Let's see if the Cherry Capital native can put the Spartans. There it is! Ellie Visser. This is the assistant captain. Amanda Bauer, one-on-one with Shelby Deuster. Spartans score on their second shootout participant. Here comes Bauer. Oh my. I don't know how she did that one. Snuck it between the blocker and the shoulder of Shelby Deuster. Cara Cook, the sophomore from Golden Valley, Minnesota. Credited with a shorthanded goal here today. Let's see what she can do as she moseys on in and scores! That will do it. The Spartans win and sweep the Falcons 3-2 last night in overtime, and they will win in a shootout here today. And how about that? And that definitely keeps the Spartans in postseason hopes with that win here today. They win the shootout 2-1 here today, and the Spartans sweep the Falcons. Men's action tonight. Maybe we can get a 4-game sweep over CUW on the men and women's side. Thank you for joining us here today. Have a great remainder of your weekend. Spartans win in a shootout 2-1. Have yourself a good night, and go Spartans.